welcome you for this certificate in Telecenter Public Village Knowledge Center Management virtual class. And so far we have seen the module 4 of course 2, and we have seen the first 2 units of module 5. And in this session we will see the stakeholders in Telecenter Management, the unit 3, and the time management aspects of telecenters, the unit 4. And we have Mr. Ashish Anyal, who is a Senior Director with the Department of Information Technology, Government of India.
In this session of 45 minutes, we will be covering Unit 3 and Unit 4 of the Module 5. Unit 3 is titled Stakeholders in Telecenter Management. I mentioned earlier that there will be stakeholders in any activity, and in the telecenter it is actually multi-stakeholder activity. You have got various services to be given. All services के लिए, हर सर्विस के लिए एक एक स्टेकहोल्डर हो सकता है. गवर्नमेंट से सर्विस आ सकता है, प्राइवेट से आ सकता है, बिजनेस हाउस से आ सकता है. देन देयर विल बी कनेक्टिविटी प्रोवाइडर, इक्विपमेंट प्रोवाइडर, और सबसे ऊपर होगा द सिटीजन, योर यूजर ऑफ द टेलीसेंटर. सिमिलरली ऐसा ही आपका टेलीसेंटर मैनेजमेंट का जब सवाल आएगा, उसमें भी स्टेक होल्डर्स होंगे. हु आर द स्टेक होल्डर्स? वन इज द टेलीसेंटर ऑपरेटर, उसका हायर लेवल पे होगा टेलीसेंटर मैनेजर, और उसका ऊपर होगा जो एजेंसी. इन सीएससी प्रोग्राम आई मेंशन अर्लियर ऑल्सो देयर आर 16-17 एजेंसीज. बट एजेंसी कैसे करते हैं, वो कलेक्टिव विजडम में चलाते हैं. So they make it management committee. So management committee is also one stakeholder. And then telecenter staff, the operators and the volunteers. Many of the telecenters, even in the world also, telecenters में volunteers बहुत contribute करते हैं. We had seen in the telecenters in Spain, South America, Europe, Bulgaria, Romania, CIS countries, Canada, US. सभी जगह में टेलीसेंटर्स का एक्टिविटी में वॉलंटियर्स का काफ़ी रोल होता है. सम टेलीसेंटर्स दे आर फ्लडेड बाय द वॉलंटियर्स ड्यूरिंग द समर सीजन, हॉलीडे सीजन एंड ऑल. सीनियर सिटीजन्स ऑल्सो डू कंट्रीब्यूट. सो वी हैव शोन द 3 मेजर telecenter management stakeholders. At the top we have got the management committee, and the both sides a telecenter manager or owner or the entrepreneur, and the right side में telecenter operator or volunteer. So we will see the roles and responsibilities of the telecenter manager. Specific roles and responsibilities are there for every stakeholder. In this telecenter manager, first important role which can be seen as the training. In the training, the important aspect is training need survey. What are the different training needs are there in the community? Like, let me put it as an example. Akshay centers are there, started in Malappuram district of Kerala. In that particular district, lot of people, they go to the Gulf country for jobs. So learning the Arabic language has been a main activity in the Akshay centers, flourishing activity. So similarly, I mentioned about one example in Nadia district of West Bengal, where the main community activity is goldsmith, sonar बोलते हैं हिंदी में. So there are also different type of trainings needs are there. Spoken English is also a very, very good activity for many telecenters. We have seen that. So in consultation with the telecenter operators and other relevant people, you can provide the training opportunities. In fact, Government of India, through different schemes, Kisan call centers or agriculture extension services, they also give many livelihood training program, which is coming in my mind immediately. Mushroom cultivation, beehiving, all such schemes are already there. Then another important role of the telecenter manager is develop and review the telecenter rules. In the previous unit we have learnt about that different components. In that, one of the components, if you recall, was the administrative rules and procedures. Who will develop that? It is the telecenter manager's duty to develop and review the telecenter rules. He will also get inputs from the telecenter operators, from the feedback from the customers, their relationship between the operators, customers' expectation of the telecenter. All these inputs together, he will formulate and develop the administrative rules for telecenters and also review them periodically. Then third important responsibility of the manager is fulfill service requirements. Understand and appreciate future service requirements and partner with appropriate organizations to provide the services. Because telecenter is a multi-stakeholder activity and you cannot really provide all the services which may be required in the community, you have to partner. So you have to understand the service requirements. If there is a telemedicine is a service requirement, you don't have health center very nearby, you can of course tie up with the health centers or other referral hospitals and meet a great need of your community, because people for normal ailments, people can take advice through this your telecenter by connecting the referral hospital. So that is one point, that partnering with appropriate organizations to provide the services. Monitoring and evaluation cannot be actually ignored. You have to be responsible as a telecenter manager, you have to be responsible for monitoring and evaluation of the activities. क्या ऐसे काम चल रहा है? Things are happening okay, it is getting cleaned, people are getting attended, there is no rude behavior of the operator. As a manager, you have to see all those. Develop the reports. As I mentioned, senior people may like to have the report, daily report. For your own sake, it is always advisable that you keep a daily record. What happened, how many services, things like that. And from those daily reports, you can develop the monthly report. Staff management. A telecenter manager will be responsible for the staff management, supervision, appraisal of the staff of all the telecenters, and also to ensure that staff undertakes duties in accordance with the job description. जिसको जो काम करना है वो काम करे. You may have 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people also can create chaos. If a person is supposed to provide the educational services, quickly meet the people, he should not venture into other activities. I have seen some telecenters where more than 8 computers are there in operation, and there are dedicated people. When I visited the telecenter and asked the telecenter owner, and it is very important to remember, one telecenter owner is giving job to another 4 people. 4 people inside telecenter. He is having 3 people outside who are collecting data, giving information, doing the survey. So you can see there is a prospect that as a telecenter manager you can really give jobs to 4 or 5 or 6 people. One of such telecenter operators even identified as the most successful telecenter operators very recently on the CSC day and have been awarded by the government. So the staff management is another important responsibility of a telecenter manager. He has to make the rules for the staff and also to see that those rules are followed. People are coming on time. People are putting the logbooks correctly. Because it is important for your daily report. How you will make the daily report? You will make the daily report from the logs. Daily report by a manager is nothing but consolidation of all the activities which have taken place in your telecenter. Then negotiate and procure. This is another activity. How we will negotiate for procurement of the hardware and the software which are required for your telecenter. There may be additional requirement of a scanner. So you have to negotiate the cost. You have to negotiate maintenance contract, things like that. And undertake an additional task. Whatever is tasks are there by the management committee to be done by the manager, you have to do that. Then comes your next stakeholder, that staff and the volunteers. A typical telecenter may have the three types of human resource: an operator, a technical person, and tutors and instructors. And then there will be volunteers who may not be paid on a regular basis, but there can be payments of the incentives to them. Those are students, school and college dropouts, men and women from the community also. Like senior citizen, they are having more time, so you can really explore and find out whether you can get a senior citizen to give them services in your telecenter. Many religious institutions, the people offer their services completely free of cost. If you can develop your telecenter with that type of respect and reputation, it is quite likely that they may like to come and provide the services. So, first important task of an operator. An operator is in charge of all equipment and systems, and he is also in charge of the service delivery. He will provide the service and general maintenance of the equipment and systems. You see, an operator, because he is in charge of the service delivery, it is important for them to know each and every service software, because services will be mostly done through the websites. So he has to negotiate navigations. So he must know how the particular service is to be delivered. So it's the important point to note that every service delivery needs a training by the software developer to your operator. Like if you want to give a service, you get trained. You know a file transfer to a computer. You know what are the clicks to be made. Similarly, for a service delivery, take an important case which is a very good service in many telecenters I have seen, railway ticket booking. So you have to know the IRCTC URL, that is the starting point. Then you have to really, if you want to pay through credit card, you must know all the process. So you have to have a training on the IRCTC service delivery, how it is to be done. It's not a rocket science. You have to only know the steps, because if you do not know the steps and if you fumble in front of your citizen user, then that will be loss of reputation. People may think that okay, you are not very thorough, and there may be number of services like that. If somebody comes without much knowledge, then you should have, as an operator, you should have that idea how to get that service, maybe an informational service. And because you are sitting in front of a computer, he may think that you will be able to do it for him. So it is very important. My advice to the telecenter operator, in his or her free time, he should get completely acquainted with many useful URLs where the service need can be there. You must know those URLs, find out how you can do it for them. Then there is a technical person. A technical person is really a technical person. That means who cares for the equipment and provide the first line maintenance. Like if there is an UPS, lot of do's and don'ts he should know. He should not ring up the equipment manufacturer for a defect which can be cured there without loss of time. Sometimes we have heard that UPS is just malfunctioning, a switch, a reset button can set it all right, but because the knowledge of the reset button was not there, he could not do it, and all the way the mechanic had to come and he had to only put a reset button. So a technical person is required. If the technical person you cannot afford, it may be a one-man show, like one man branch of a bank, you have to have a knowledge of the first line maintenance of the equipment or system. At least थोड़ा बहुत आपको मालूम होना चाहिए ये क्या करना चाहिए. लाइक अगर मिक्सी बंद हो जाता है तो मिक्सी को उल्टा करके मिक्सी के पीछे एक रीसेट बटन होता है, बट बिकॉज इट इज नॉट सीन, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल सोचते हैं जे मिक्सी खराब हो गया. ओके, मिक्सी टाइप ऑफ ऑर्डिनरी इक्विपमेंट, उसका भी सेफ्टी क्लास होता है. सिमिलरली इक्विपमेंट में भी, सभी इक्विपमेंट में वो थोड़ा नॉलेज हो जाना चाहिए. देन देयर आर ट्यूटर्स एंड इंस्ट्रक्टर्स. दैट इज बेसिकली फॉर certain services which proved to be very killer applications for the rural folk in India, like educational services, computer certificate. We have seen different computer certificate, computer knowledge certificates are having roaring business because ICT era is on, and our 1200 billion people, a very very small percentage of student community here, they only do not know about IT, but everybody is aware that IT मेरे को सीखना है. तो this particular attitude of learning about IT is felt in the telecenter level also. I have seen many centers where this computer education is a very very big roaring business. कुछ टाइम पहले मैंने अक्षय सेंटर्स का बारे में, एक सेंटर का बारे में बोल रहा था जिसमें 16 कंप्यूटर है. दिस ओन बाय ए लेडी, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर 4 years बैक, एंड उनका जो रिटायर्ड आर्मी जवान फादर है वो भी अभी उनका साथ लग गए हैं. एंड बिकॉज इन द आर्मी ही हैड एक्सपोजर, सो आई थिंक देयर इज ए मल्टीप्लायर इफेक्ट. उनको 2 कंप्यूटर से 4 कंप्यूटर, 4 से 6, 6 से 8, 8 से 10 करके 16 कंप्यूटर कर लिया. एंड मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द कंप्यूटर्स आर इन द एजुकेशनल एरियाज. सो ट्यूटर्स और इंस्ट्रक्टर्स आर फॉर वेरियस कोर्सेज इज ऑल्सो वेरी स्टेक होल्डर्स. देन कम ए डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ स्टेक होल्डर्स इज द टेलीसेंटर वॉलंटियर्स. आई मेंशन स्टूडेंट्स, स्कूल कॉलेज ड्रॉप आउट्स, men and women from the community. You have to really be innovative in finding out from your community कि किसका पास स्पेयर टाइम है. स्पेयर टाइम है जरूरी है, और कौन सा नॉलेज एरिया में उनका ये सर्विस आपको मिल सकता है. देयर आर पीपल हु हैव रिटायर्ड इन ए पर्टिकुलर डिसिप्लिन. You can use them in your telecenter. So from the community also you can get, from the students you can get, and from the college dropouts also you can get. This is the unit 3. We wanted to say the stakeholders in the telecenter management. So how we summarize? First important point to note is that a telecenter requires various level of personnel, right from the volunteers up to the management committee who are at the helm of the affairs. So there is a management committee assists the telecenter manager operator by providing strategic directions. Perhaps a management committee will not be interested in day-to-day operations, but they will give a particular direction. कोई नया सर्विस आ रहा है, जरूरत है, जो पब्लिक का चाहिए, they can give directions to the manager. ये सर्विस आप लाइए. Manager also hires staff and recruit the volunteers. वॉलंटियर्स कैन बी पोटेंशियल फ्यूचर स्टाफ. वॉलंटियर्स को आप ग्रूम कर सकते हैं. एक वॉलंटियर जो स्टूडेंट है उसको ग्रूम करके बाद में आपका स्टाफ का अंदर आप इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज ही और शी इज ऑलरेडी अवेयर ऑफ द होल सिचुएशन, आपको कोई इंडक्शन ट्रेनिंग देने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा, वो टाइम आपको बच जाएगा. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट वॉलंटियर्स शुड बी टेकन सीरियसली. देन दे कैन बी पब्लिसिटी एजेंट्स ऑल्सो. Even if they are not your regular staff, they can publicize our activity and you can get a free publicity in the community. Then monthly financial statements and then other reporting mechanism, those are also necessary, and those will be done by the telecenter manager to the management committee. So with this we finish the unit 3 and we come to the last unit, is the unit 4 of the module 5. This is called time management. So time management is really very very important. You will see if the telecenter is in a rural setup, then you will see the footfalls, the attendance volume has got different, is different at the different times. सुबह अगर आप 9 बजे खोलते हैं तो आप देखेंगे द टाइप ऑफ फुटफॉल्स पीपल आर कमिंग देयर फॉर सर्विस. 9 to 10:30 मे बी द फार्मर्स बिफोर गोइंग टू द प्लाउइंग फील्ड दे आर कमिंग. खेती बाड़ी में जाने का पहले वो टेलीसेंटर में कुछ खबर लेने के लिए आएंगे, कुछ न्यूज लेने के लिए आएंगे, कुछ सर्विस लेने के लिए आएंगे. उसका बाद देयर इज अ लीन पीरियड. इन द रूरल सेटअप आपको ज्यादा आदमी नहीं मिलेगा दोपहर का टाइम में. वो टाइम इट इज एडवाइजेबल आप ऐसा ही इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैकेनिज्म कीजिए जिसमें दोपहर का टाइम टेलीसेंटर में सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप का जो लेडी मेंबर्स है वो एरिया को इस्तेमाल कर सके. एज फॉर एग्जाम्पल तमिलनाडु में कुछ टेलीसेंटर्स का CSC है, कॉमन सर्विसेज सेंटर है, जिसमें पूरा आफ्टरनून टाइम में मे बी 12 to 3 क्लासेस चलता है. सिलाई का क्लासेस चलता है, अगरबत्ती बनाने का क्लासेस चलता है, कुकिंग क्लासेस भी चलता है. एंड आई हैड विजिटेड सच सेंटर्स अराउंड 60 kilometers फ्रॉम चेन्नई सिटी एंड आई हैव सीन देयर दैट इज फुल ऑफ एक्टिविटी. सुबह अगर वहां पर 6 आदमी आए थे तो दोपहर में वहां पर 26 लेडी बैठे हैं और क्लासेस चल रहे हैं. सो वो टाइम आपको मैनेज करना चाहिए. आफ्टरनून में अगेन व्हेन दे रिटर्न फ्रॉम द फील्ड यू विल गेट अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ पीपल. अगर आपका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का सप्लाई ठीक ठाक है, इवनिंग में आप टेलीसेंटर एरिया को विलेज लेवल BPO के लिए काम कर सकते हैं, डेस्कटॉप पब्लिशिंग के लिए काम कर सकते हैं. आपका पास जो फ्रेंड है जिसको कनेक्शंस गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस से बेहतर है आपसे, वो वहां से टाइपिंग जॉब लेके आ सकते हैं. उसका पास कंप्यूटर नहीं है, आपका पास कंप्यूटर है. आपका पास कांटेक्ट नहीं है, काम नहीं है, लेकिन उसका पास है. अगर आपने ठीक डील करे तो उनका आप एक रेवेन्यू शेयरिंग मॉडल पे उनका काम कर सकते हैं. इसको आप विलेज लेवल BPO बोल सकते हैं. गवर्नमेंट का सर्वे होता है, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ सर्वे आपका होता है. इवन द प्राइवेट जो कॉर्पोरेट बॉडीज है उसका डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ सर्वे होता है. जो कोई भी प्रोडक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करने का पहले रूरल में उनका ये इंपॉर्टेंट होता है उनके लिए. इवन ए शैम्पू का जो शैशे बनाते हैं उसका भी सर्वे का जरूरत होता है. सो वी आर फाइंडिंग आउट फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट फॉर आवर CSCs what are the different types of work which can be given to the CSC operators so that they can make a good earning and their spread in the community becomes more. For example, collection of data for National Population Register, नरेगा आई कार्ड, फोटो आई कार्ड. इसमें क्या होता है, ऑपरेटर्स का परिचिति बढ़ता है, उनका रेवेन्यू अर्निंग भी होता है. डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एक्टिविटी गवर्नमेंट से मिल सकता है, सिमिलरली प्राइवेट से भी मिल सकता है. लेकिन सबके लिए ये याद रखना है कि आपके पास 10 घंटा टाइम है. 10 घंटा टाइम है, आपके पास 2 कंप्यूटर है. तो इसी एंगल से टाइम मैनेजमेंट का इंपॉर्टेंस है. बेटा टाइम मैनेजमेंट करना चाहिए और पर्सनल टाइम मैनेजमेंट भी ठीक करना चाहिए. बिकॉज यू आर द ओनली पर्सन एज अ टेलीसेंटर मैनेजर, यू आर द ओनली पर्सन हु हैज टू डू मल्टीटास्किंग. बहुत सारा काम आपको करना पड़ेगा. अनलेस यू हैव ए पर्सनल टाइम मैनेजमेंट तो आप इसको कर नहीं सकते. बाय डेफिनेशन टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज एक्चुअली मीनिंग मैनेजिंग योरसेल्फ, हाउ टू स्पेंड ए वैल्यूएबल रिसोर्स and helps you to organize and learn how to spend your time. That is at the personal front. If you have got a 3 staff also and for which you are paying, you must also see that how they are loaded, effectively loaded. Important is that correct person is loaded with the correct type of work. अगर ये आपने मिस कर दिया तो कोई भी काम खत्म होने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा. So again that is a adverse to the time management principle. टास्क को प्रायोरिटाइज करना चाहिए. आपका पास 10 टास्क हो सकता है, लेकिन आप पहले किसको करेंगे इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एनी प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट, ऑपरेशनल मैनेजमेंट ऑफ ए टेलीसेंटर. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रोडक्टिविटी इसमें से इंक्रीज होगा. बिकॉज इफ यू डू गुड टाइम मैनेजमेंट प्रोडक्टिविटी इंक्रीज होगा, मोर क्वालिटी वर्क आएगा, एंड आपका जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है ये ऑब्जेक्टिव का रास्ते पर आप रहेंगे. दिस गुड टाइम मैनेजमेंट विल ऑलवेज कीप यू ऑन द ट्रैक. आपने बहुत काम लिया होगा जिसका डेडलाइन होता है, सो डेडलाइन होने का कारण आपको डेडलाइन मीट करना है. सो इफ इट इज नॉट मेट देन यू लूज द रेपुटेशन, यू मे नॉट गेट वर्क. सो इसका कारण भी टाइम मैनेजमेंट बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है. एंड ओवरऑल टाइम मैनेजमेंट डिसिप्लिन्स योरसेल्फ. A good time management will discipline yourself. So, if we all understand the importance of the time management, let us now discuss what are the different steps for better time management. First, step 1. Write down your important goals. What are your goals? You must write down, note down. Then you make the activity list for every goal. And when you make those actions listed, you prioritize those actions. You always remember that actions may be sequential or may be parallel. Certain actions are dependent on some previous actions. एक बिना खत्म होके दूसरा आप कर नहीं सकते. But certain actions are parallel actions. ये ध्यान में रखते हुए आप actions को prioritize करिए, sequential और parallel. Then for each day you have to set and focus the actions for that day. अपने के लिए हो कि आपका स्टाफ के लिए हो. सो फोकस करिए, रेलेवेंस समझाइए एंड बी रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड. रिजल्ट ओरिएंट, कौन सा रिजल्ट चाहिए बाई 6 o'clock, उसे रिवर्स इंजीनियर करके आप देख लीजिए. अगर 6 o'clock मेरे को रिजल्ट चाहिए तो पहले क्या क्या काम करना है, उसी हिसाब से आप प्रायोरिटाइज कीजिए. जो प्रोडक्टिविटी आपने सोच के रखा है, व्हाट द प्रोडक्टिविटी यू हैव सेट अप, इफ टेलीसेंटर इज नॉट रियली गिविंग दैट प्रोडक्टिविटी, तो उसको रीथिंक करिए गोल्स को. इज इट अनरियलिस्टिक? हैव यू आस्क्ड फॉर द मून एंड यू आर नॉट गेटिंग? सो इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एन ऑन कोर्स करेक्शन ऑफ योर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, गोल्स ऑल्सो, एंड ओनली a closer time management will be able to give you that. Personal time management, ये समराइज कर रहे हैं ये सब चीज जो अभी अभी मैंने बताया. एक तो है वेस्टेज, टाइम वेस्टेज को एलिमिनेट करो, प्रोजेक्ट प्रोग्रेस को मॉनिटर करो, रिफ्यूज एक्सेसिव वर्कलोड. इफ यू कांट मीट इट पर डे, डोंट टेक इट फॉर दैट डे, बिकॉज यू हैव टू प्लान एवरी डे more efficiently. And while doing the day-to-day jobs, you have to keep your eyes on the long-term objective also. एक महीना में मेरे को क्या खत्म करना है. I have taken job for making 5,000 Narega ID cards or 1,000 Narega ID cards, which is covering 5 villages in your center, around your center. अगर आपको डेडलाइन मीट करना है, डेडलाइन का पहले देना है, then you have to really take volunteers or even paid volunteers to do the necessary work. ये सब चीज आपको प्लान करना है. देन एक टास्क का जितना इंपॉर्टेंस है उसी हिसाब से उसको टाइम एलोकेट करो. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज whenever you do a service, you have to really calculate what is the time required for ending a service. I will give you an example. Let us say you have got a good educational program and service for which a good demand is there, and you have already hit the demand. Now let us say you have got 3 computers. One computer has to be for web browsing and other type of services. You want to allocate 2 computers for those educational services, and one computer screen cannot cater for more than 3 students or 4 students. That simply tells you in one batch how many people you can take, and you cannot take the courses from morning to evening because there will be an instructor. So perhaps you cannot take 2 or 3 batches per day, and it may be a certificate course for which this many sessions are important. So all these things together will give you exactly how the time will be allocated in your telecenter for a particular service through a particular instructor who is available for a particular time. All these things together, perhaps you have to make a matrix and do the time management. So you have to plan each and every week also like that effectively. So this actually concludes whatever I wanted to say on the time management. So this is our module 5, concluding the module 5, and we want to go for the assignment topics. So if you have the training material in front of you, then you can have a very good example how to do time management plan template. You can have this particular, here you can have a template which gives you morning to evening hours, 69 page of your training material, para 4.3. If you see the time management at your telecenter template, then you can see in the x-axis from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., then from 9 to 1 p.m., 1 to 2 p.m., 2 to 4 p.m., 4 to 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. to next 6 a.m. You can see how these services are defined here for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can see that there are few services for a particular type of setup. From 6 to 9, you can give the information based services on weather focus, market prices, sea level, providing local news, etc. Remember, this is the time when the morning before going to the ploughing field, people may come for information services. 9 to 1, you convert the telecenter into a computer learning lab where from nearby school people may come. School may not have a computer. You can have a tie-up with the school that you can send batches here who wanted to know about computers and other related things. In fact, that whole Akshay program of Kerala government was for digital literacy, starting with that. Digital literacy. From every family, government wanted at least one person to get completely digitally literate, IT literate. And from that particular scheme, the entire Akshay program has come up. You can have 9 to 1 also e-governance services. Then you have a break for the lunch, 1 to 2. Then 2 to 4, what I was trying to tell you for the self-help group, it's written here, training for the women, youth and school dropouts on basic computers, spoken English and other vocational skills, livelihood training programs. That you can keep 2 to 4. 4 to 8, again you can have computer training and tuition classes for school children, because 4 to 8 is a time when the school students have come back from the schools, they have taken some rest, and then they are available for other good trainings like computer training. So you can open it up for the children. And from 8 to 6 a.m., whole night included, it is written rural BPO services. This is exactly what I told you, that you can have a DTP, desktop publishing, or you can have other typing jobs. You can have all those jobs. If you have power the night, then it will be very good. This is only a template. Depending on the need of your community, you can really work on this. But this is the basic template on which you can think most useful computer utilization towards your objective, social needs and also your revenue earning, because it is important that you make the break even very fast. If you make the break even very fast, then you earn the reputation of your financier. And if you have got reputation of your financier, ये जो लड़का लिया था पैसा, ये जल्दी जल्दी लौटा दिया, तो you can multiply your computer. आपको एक कंप्यूटर, 2 कंप्यूटर तो CSC में है ही है, 2 से 4 हो सकता है, 4 से 6 हो सकता है. and more facility का मतलब more innovative services you can get. And CSC scheme में भी government is trying to get lot of G2C services, and G2C and C2G, government to citizen and citizen to government services. Once this back-end integration is complete, एक बार ये संपर्कित हो जाए टेली सेंटर के साथ गवर्नमेंट का स्कीम्स, तो गवर्नमेंट का बहुत सारा सर्विसेज टेली सेंटर से दे सकते हैं. बट ये सब सर्विसेज शायद मेरे ख्याल में ड्यूरिंग ऑफिशियल आवर्स 10 to 5 ही आप दे सकते हैं. सो अदर सर्विसेज टाइम पे आपको बहुत अच्छी तरह से देना पड़ेगा. सो आपको टाइम मैनेजमेंट ऐसे ही करना पड़ेगा. तो इन समरी, टाइम मैनेजमेंट is by definition is about planning and carrying out activities within a time frame. The basic idea of the time management is about managing the use of your and your staff's most valuable resource, that is time. Poor time management is to be avoided, and personal time management is systematic applications of the common sense strategies. बहुत important है. पर्सनल टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज ए सिस्टमेटिक एप्लीकेशन ऑफ कॉमन सेंस स्ट्रैटेजीज. सो इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. आपको खाली ख्याल रखना है कि आप जितना टाइम वहाँ दे रहे हैं, इट शुड बी इफेक्टिव टूवर्ड्स 3 थिंग्स. वन इज योर सोशल ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द टेली सेंटर, अनदर टू योर रिटन और अनरिटन कमिटमेंट्स टू योर सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स एंड सिटीजन्स, एंड थर्ड इज योर रेवेन्यू अर्निंग कैपेबिलिटीज. ये 3 चीज आपको देखना है. Time management of at your telecenter must meet the requirements of the local community. Local community is your actually your user base. So local community का जैसा इनका requirement होगा, इसी हिसाब से आपको time management करना है. So with this we come to the end of the module 5.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shanial. It was very well explained module. And we can take questions from the students who are present here.
Sir, we have talked about the different avenues, training people in the rural areas for their advancement, and how to take their basic skills and maybe improve their skills like that. So maybe we can extend the skills. Maybe we can train few people, give them the certificate, say in the computer program or something, or maybe speak them, improve their speaking skills. And we can outsource. Basically the BPO whole system is based on outsourcing, where you find the cheap labor. So maybe we can extend the call centers and everything which is running in multinational companies which is there in the metro cities. So we can take them to the grassroots level, the rural level. So in that case it can be improved. I was just watching a television program where they were showing that suppose you have to book a pizza and you are there in Chicago, so your call comes to India, and there the receiver picks the call and he returns back the call to the restaurant who is delivering the pizza. So it's just the cost cutting. So we can cut the cost by extending it to rural areas also. So can we do that?
Yeah, there may be many innovative use like this you mentioned, in which you can really do a cost cutting, because operational cost in the rural area are always costs are less, and they are in need of services and jobs, so they will do it in much lower price. So there is always a possibility of outsourcing, but there are 2-3 things I want to mention in this context. One is that, you see, telecenter will have to have certain basic functions and operations by themselves, because the control of the quality of service is directly dependent on how much you can really do it yourself with your staff which are under your control, how much is the outsource. So far as different BPO type activities are there, data entry operator job is being done by the telecenter operators abundantly in the country, many of them, many thousands of them. And also we have seen the people who have been innovative and having lot of entrepreneurship quality, they have even made 50 to 60,000 rupees per month, which is a dream money even for an urban young person. Yes, of course, this 50 to 60,000 may not be continuously coming for all 12 months. It's not a salary, like you know, it's a committed money. But anyway, it is possible to innovate many services. Telecenter gives you immense scope of innovating. But two things before we close, I want to keep it. One is that you must do a thorough survey on the community needs, and you must integrate at the back end integration with the service providers as per the community need.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sanyal, and to the learners.